Honorable Chairperson, distinguished guests and museum professionals in Thailand. I'm Kidong, Honorary Chairperson of ICOM ASPAC. Congratulations on the hosting 2026 Thailand Museum Congress. It is an honor and I'm grateful to be able to share my thoughts at the museum conference in Thailand today, even online. In May, beautiful season of the year in any country, people celebrate Museum Week and discuss how we can live a happier life in the future. In Korea as well, museum people gathered at one private art museum, the Moran Art Museum outside Seoul, kicked off the International Museum Week last Tuesday. It is the same theme, a museum that united a divided world. Beginning today's lecture, I remember the time when, as the Secretary General of the Organizing Committee for the ICOM 2004 in Seoul, I organized over how to make the first ICOM conference in Asia historically significant. My concern was how to infuse Asian value into the Western-centric museum culture. While Asia is a vital source of world civilization, many countries have suffered the pain of colonialism in modern and contemporary eras. Thailand, however, is a unique and precious country that has not experienced such hardships. The theme at the time was intangible cultural heritage, the theme that came up again at last year's ICOM conference in Dubai in the western part of the Eurasian continent. Although various experts delivered keynote speeches on this topic, we invited the most symbolic figure representing Asian humanity and culture. It is none other than the Princess Chakri of Thailand. My connection with Her Royal Highness Princess Maha Chakri Shirindon is very special to me. My close friend, the late Surin Pukachon, an archaeology professor at Chulalongkorn University, always spoke highly of her to me when I visited Thailand for my archaeological research in 1986. Here you can see the Princess Chakri's photo in the bulletin of 2004. I was deeply moved by profound insight into the archaeology and the history that the princess demonstrated, as well as her sincere dedication to inspiring people pride in the Thai people through cultural heritages. Although we differ in language and nationality, at the time, we share the conviction that cultural heritage is the most powerful language that unites humanity. Today, more than 20 years later, I ask that the question once again. In the age of artificial intelligence, where technology dominated the world, can museums still unite us? Looking at the reality today, we can see the division and the conflict are deepened in the world. Wars are still ongoing in various places. Since the age of discovery, when the world became geographically connected, those who reshaped the world with the campaign of neoliberalism in the late 20th century are now causing division again through even more severe modern nationalisms. This current phenomenon makes a mockery of decolonization that has been spoken of as a reflection on the imperialist ideology that drove the 20th century world into the extreme divisions. What can a museum which holds all the wisdom of the world do today to alleviate this new division? Even in our helplessness, we must ask these questions, for the museum is the soul and the noble sanctuary of humanity's wisdom and an institution for the conscience of mankind. In the early stage of the 21st century, we are facing new challenges. It is artificial intelligence which appears as a cutting edge of digital technology. It is the emergence of digital intelligence or humanized artificial intelligence which can be called the most groundbreaking cultural revolution in human history. Just the other day, Demis Hassabis, the founder of artificial intelligence, met with the South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and stated that artificial intelligence capable of surpassing human will emerge by 2030. Artificial intelligence to help human life. Engineers always speak of a rainbow-colored future. However, the result of technology can vary tragically depending on the mindset and the will of the user. Look at the case of Alfred Nobel's inventions. He invented gunpowder, which created a new world by enabling humans to perform huge tasks which had never been possible before the inventions. Yet, even today, a tremendous number of people are still dying from that very gunpowder. Today, many futurists are warning about the danger of artificial intelligence. Stephen Hawking, a genius of our time, predicted a long time ago that AI would destroy humanity. Recent deaths of elementary school students amidst the war are also a tragedy of a war waged by the AI, without human will for the final decision. This is merely the beginning. This self-contradictory danger of human civilization is due to human selfishness. It is precisely because of the inhumanity, that disregards the misfortunes of others. Now, question we must ask ourselves on the complete different level from what we agonize over the past. In the age of artificial intelligence, where the technology dominates the world, can museums still unite humanity? The current crisis, deepening division amidst technological abundance. We are currently living an unprecedented hyper-connected era. Digital technology and artificial intelligence have broken down the constraint of time and space, but paradoxically, the world is becoming more sharply divided. Amidst economic inequality, ideological conflict, and the echo chamber created by the algorithm, people are living trapped on their own island. While digital technology appears to facilitate communication opportunity for empathy toward others, and the historical reflection are actually diminishing. Just like lyrics of a pop song, people speak but not listen sincerely, and others listen but do not try to understand. Sensitivity and respect are disappearing from human communications. In the case of Korea, there are reports indicating a significantly high suicide rate among young people. Even amidst such extensive digital communication, the number of young people who have lost their sense of identity and wandering is increasing. This phenomenon is likely not unique to Korea. As many museum experts say, and we must advise, will the artifacts we manage remain merely embalmed relics of the past, or will they become tools of social healing that gives warmth into the cold digital age? Smart museum in the era of digital age. Now, as declared in 2022 ICOM Prague General Conference, the definition of a museum must be a permanent, passionate, and active intellectual force that continuously expands inclusiveness and sustainability within our society. All governments on earth still regard the economic class as supreme and immutable value and are engrossed in their politics. However, the future sustainability of the world will not be sustained solely by the economic prosperity. If society suffers from severe conflict stemming from the crumbling global environment, widening inequality in the shade of economic abundance, sustainability cannot be guaranteed in coming Anthropocene. Even at this very moment, we are witnessing wars raging in various places as an explosion of selfishness. When will we eliminate this conflict, put our head together, and hold hands in hands to pool our strengths for future of humanity? Mencius, a renowned Chinese philosopher, once said, "Only upon the economic prosperity, the etiquette of human society shall be observed." However, no matter how prosperous a society may be, one in which inequality deepens and the human alienation increases will become extremely unstable. I believe that museum professionals are more aware of such a danger than any other members of a contemporary society. Now is the time to raise our voice and shout "Fire!" to widely publicize this danger. Furthermore, it is time to take action to correct the direction of development and digital civilization. This visionary ability stems precisely from our understanding of past culture and the historical processes. In the era of artificial intelligence that has already arrived, we must learn how to live in this era. Since the beginning of ancient civilization, technology has always worn the Janus-like face throughout human history, beneficial to human survival while sometimes extremely harmful to people. Nevertheless, despite the danger, humanity continues to flourish at the peak as one's largest mammal species on Earth. The experience of human history preserved in many museums are very source of enduring wisdom for human society. I believe that the secret to overcoming the new challenge facing contemporary human society lies right here in the museums. If we utilize new technology with a new vision for the human society, humanity will succeed in uniting as one. Artificial intelligence is not our enemy, but can become a new thread that binds the world together. There are strategies that museums should consider digital AI technology to overcome the risk of social division that new AI technology may cause. The democratization of interpretations. AI translates complex archaeological data into languages that is easy for ordinary citizens to understand. This breaks down the monopoly of knowledge and narrow the gap between the generations and the social classes. Transnational connections. Virtual reality and digital twin technology allows Thai and Korean artifacts to meet together in virtual space. Through this, we intuitively realize that humanity originated from a single root. Diversity is observed on heritages, but commonality in human behavior in much more dominant. In general, we are the same species. Space for reflections. In an era where artificial intelligence provides answers, museums should instead become a space that poses questions. Beyond the enjoyment provided by the technology, they must become the platform of reflection that make us ponder what it means to be a human. Fundamentally, The digital inequality arising from the advancement of digital technology will pose a fatal threat to human inequality in the future. Inequality in the utilization of technology will intensify due to digital illiteracy, and there will also be a bias and a quantitative imbalance in cultural information regarding diverse culture and ethnic groups. This leads to serious harmful effect algorithm within digital system and carries the potential to further deepen human prejudice. All museums around the modern world must collectively contemplate this issue and make a deep, joint, and diligent effort to bring about improvement. This effort will ultimately be able to further spread the profound humanism contained in museum and deepen understanding, thereby reducing the selfish destruction and divisions. Museum of Healing and Unity. The Museum of the Future is not only a repository of memory, but also a cradle of healing. Museum is definitely a house of wisdom of mankind. At the same time, museum is a plaza of sharing, communication, and connecting. Objects in the museum would drive us to thinking of human experience in the past and to expanding our perspective to a broad world of humankind. In the smile that Her Royal Highness Princess Chakri and I shared in 2004, there was a belief that culture of humanism can solve the current problem of a divided world that polity cannot. Now please carry on that belief. Dear museum colleagues in Thailand, we are not merely guardian of protecting artifacts. We are repairmen of history who mend and stitch together a divided society, and architect of the future. Let us firmly drop the anchor of a museum atop the massive wave of artificial intelligence. Although that anchor points toward the past, our gaze must be directed toward a future that connects people. I hope that today's gathering serves as a starting point for the wisdom that united Thailand, Korea, and Asia, extending beyond to the entire world. It was an honor to be with you all once again. Thank you very much for your attention. ขอบคุณครับ